Learn English through stories. Intermediate English. The Prince and the Three Fates. What if your entire life was written in the stars before you were even born? Through this ancient Egyptian legend, you will improve your English naturally while exploring destiny, courage, and the power of choice. Listen, read, and think. What would you do if fate gave you no escape? Don't just study English. Live it through stories. A joyful kingdom. In a sunlit kingdom in ancient Egypt, a great pharaoh celebrated. His son, a handsome prince, was born. There was music and feasting throughout the land. Everyone believed the prince would have a long and happy life. The pharaoh was the proudest father in the world, sure that his son's future was bright and secure. The Three Fates. But that night, three mysterious women appeared in the palace. They were the Hathors, the weavers of destiny. They moved silently, their faces hidden in shadows. They did not come to celebrate. They came to speak of the future, a future that was already written in the stars. Their presence made the happy palace feel cold. The dire prophecy. The Hathors approached the pharaoh. "Your son is destined for a strange and dangerous life," one said. "He will die by one of three things: a crocodile, a serpent, or a dog." The pharaoh's heart filled with fear. He could not accept this terrible prophecy for his only son. He knew he had to do something. The stone house. To protect his son, the pharaoh built a special house in the desert. It was made of strong stone, with no way for danger to enter. He hoped to hide the prince from his destiny. The prince would be safe here, far from any crocodiles, serpents, or dogs. The pharaoh believed he could outsmart fate itself. A lonely prince. The prince, whose name was Cheri, grew up in the stone house. He had everything he needed: food, books, and toys. But he was very lonely. From his high window, he watched the world go by. He dreamed of adventure and freedom. He longed to feel the sun on his face and walk on the earth. A simple wish. When he was a young man, Cheri went to his father. "My king," he said, "I cannot stay in this house forever. It is a beautiful prison. Please, let me go and see the world. And give me a dog so I will not be so alone." The pharaoh saw the sadness in his son's eyes. A new friend. The pharaoh worried about the prophecy, but he loved his son. He agreed to let him go. He also gave Cheri a small, loyal puppy. Cheri named his new companion Anpu. The prince was finally happy. He had a friend, and he had his freedom. His great adventure was about to begin. He did not know that his new friend was part of his fate. The open road. Cheri and Anpu left the stone house behind. They traveled across the desert, following the northern road. The world was bigger and more exciting than Cheri had ever imagined. He met new people and saw amazing sights. Anpu was always by his side, a faithful and brave companion on their long journey. The land of Naharin. After many months, they arrived in the land of Naharin. It was a rich and green country. In the distance, Khepri saw something incredible. A very tall tower that reached for the sky. He felt a strange pull toward it, as if his destiny was waiting for him there. He knew he must go see it. The high window. At the very top of the tower, in a single high window, lived a princess of Naharin. Her name was Nefer, and she was as clever as she was beautiful. Her father, the king, had locked her away. He declared that only a man who could climb the tower could marry his daughter. The king's challenge. Every day, princes from many lands came to try the challenge. They tried to climb the smooth walls of the tower, but they all failed. The king of Naharin watched from below, laughing. "My daughter will only marry the strongest and most clever prince in the world," he announced to the crowd. A great leap. Khepri watched the others fail. He had an idea. He was strong from his travels. He took a running start and made a powerful leap, grabbing onto a ledge high up the wall. His dog, Anpu, barked with encouragement from below. The crowd gasped. No one had ever gotten so high on their first try. A princess's welcome. Khepri climbed higher and higher, finding small holds in the stone. Finally, he reached the window. Princess Nefer was there, smiling. She reached out her hand to help him inside. "You are very brave," she said. Khepri looked at her and felt that his long, lonely journey was finally over. A royal wedding. The king of Naharin was surprised, but kept his promise. Khepri and Nefer were married in a grand ceremony. They were very happy together. But Khepri kept his secret. He never told Nefer about the prophecy of the crocodile, the serpent, and the dog. He wanted to forget that a dark fate was following him. The watchful wife. One evening, as Khepri slept soundly, Nefer stayed awake, reading a book. She was always watchful and protective of her new husband. From the corner of her eye, she saw something move in the shadows. A large serpent was slithering silently across the floor, its eyes fixed on the sleeping prince. A clever plan. Nefer did not scream. She thought quickly. She quietly called a servant and asked for 2 bowls. She filled one with sweet wine and the other with fresh milk. She placed the bowls directly in the serpent's path. The serpent was thirsty from its long journey and stopped to drink from the bowls. The first fate defeated. The serpent drank all the wine and all the milk. It became very drunk and sleepy. It curled up and fell into a deep sleep. Nefer took her husband's sword and, with one brave strike, she defeated the serpent. She had saved Khepri from the first part of his terrible fate. A walk by the lake. Sometime later, Khepri was walking with his dog, Anpu, near a wide lake. The water was dark and deep. Suddenly, a giant crocodile emerged from the water. Its jaws were filled with sharp teeth. "I have been waiting for you, Prince Khepri," the crocodile said in a low, rumbling voice. The crocodile's threat I am your fate, the crocodile continued, but I cannot take you now. There is a powerful water spirit in this lake, and I must fight him first. The battle will last for 3 months. If I win, I will return for you. The crocodile then disappeared back into the dark water, leaving Cheri trembling. A strange conversation. Cheri was deeply worried. He walked in the fields with Anpu, trying to think of a plan. He trusted his dog more than anyone. He bent down to pet his friend. "Oh, Anpu," he said, "if only you could help me." To his complete shock, the dog looked up at him and spoke. The dog's revelation. "I am following you," Anpu said, his voice no longer friendly. "I am your fate, too." The dog's eyes began to glow, and he grew larger and more menacing. He bared his teeth and began to chase Cheri across the field. The prince's most trusted friend had become his most terrifying enemy. A desperate flight. Cheri ran faster than he had ever run before. He did not look back. He could hear the monstrous dog getting closer and closer. He saw the dark lake ahead of him and remembered the crocodile. He was running from one fate directly toward another. There was nowhere left for him to hide. A fateful meeting. Cheri reached the shore of the lake, exhausted. The giant crocodile was waiting for him. It looked tired, but victorious. Just then, the monstrous dog, Anpu, arrived, snarling and ready to attack. Cheri was trapped between his 2 fates. His time had finally run out. Your turn to choose. Some say his story ended there. Others believe it was only the beginning. His fate was not a crocodile, a serpent, or a dog. It was a choice. A choice between 2 monsters, or a choice to fight them both. A choice to accept his destiny, or to rewrite it with courage. The story does not tell us what he chose, because that choice, brave reader, is now yours. What would you do next? Hidden meanings. Each symbol in this tale represents part of life's journey. The serpent represents hidden danger and temptation. The crocodile is fear, strong but avoidable with courage. The dog shows that even loyalty can turn against us when we stop listening to our instincts. The princess symbolizes wisdom and love, which guide and protect us in mysterious ways. And destiny itself reminds us that our final fate is not fixed, but shaped by our choices and free will. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share for more fun English lessons.